Hello, welcome to the 30K channel. I'm your host, David.
And I'm Boris.
And we are back for Challenger Channel episode 12. Woo! And we've got a new board.
Yeah, same but different.
Yes, I love that. This new board is amazing. You can just tweak it, do whatever you want. It's cool.
It's so cool. Having seen both, it's amazing.
I think it's better. It's a vast improvement. There's no doubt about that, but it's very, very cool. The Iron Hands are back in this tricky little challenge, and because of the new acquisition of the demon army, Boris has brought some word bearers with some demon allies.
Yeah, I've done what I can with the forces available, but we're going to see what we can do. As we saw in our last game, demons are nasty in Zone Mortalis, so they should hopefully at least prove a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, you know, the Iron Hands are very formidable. It's a very, very specific force that's made to do a particular job. And I think that's why the Challenge Channel is quite a fun kind of little list, because it is quite tough, but then it will face equally as tough lists, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a chance to sort of let your hair down and do all the jammiest sort of cheesy armies, basically.
Definitely. And Boris, you've done some sterling research over the last couple of days, kind of working out all the rules interactions with demons and the word bearers.
Yeah, it's. I can't promise I got it right.
Oof.
I think we're most of the way there. Just the way demons and word bearers interact with Zone Mortalis and then interact with the Challenger Channel on top of that. It's a kind of many layered cake of rules. So I think we've got it down. The main thing was basically being able to put down warp rift markers and all that sort of jazz, because it's quite a thin board. It really limits you, which is cool. Shows demons are quite actually limited sometimes.
Yes.
So hopefully we've got it all right. I think it's quite a thematic force. Word bearers and demons, people have been asking for it for a while, and it's finally here.
We did cover the warp rift markers in the previous episode. So because we're obviously using a detachment, there's one warp rift marker, and we are using the 3-inch blast in this case.
Absolutely, yeah.
But also as well, you've got summoning on 2 of your HQs.
Oh, just the one.
Sorry.
Esoterus is malefic, so he has summoning. I did do a bit of homework, as David alluded to, and more often than not, he blew his own head up trying to summon things. So I'm not guessing it will actually go off, but if it does, potential to bring in some allies.
Yeah, and I also think as well, mixing the word bearers with demons is really good, because the demons, although they can be very shooty, this list is, or the army that I've purchased isn't very shooty. So you've got stuff in combat, you've got stuff in shooting, and you've got stuff in the psychic phase.
Yeah.
So no excuses not to kill the Iron Hands.
We'll see what my dice can do.
Oh, I think the Contemptors are going to work overtime in this game, so we'll see how they go. If we lose them early, it could get quite tough, because you've got some nifty little tricks as well, haven't you?
I put Sundering on quite a lot of the demons, so we've got sort of strength ×2 Sunder attacks on quite a lot of the units.
Nice.
So they might be able to bring down Contemptors, but again, we're going to be fishing for sort of high rolls, so... Yeah, it's going to be down to the dice, hopefully.
The miasma as well. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we've gone with the sort of Nurgle-esque sort of Dominion, but they're just sort of tougher demons. But a couple of units have the miasma rule on them. So effectively, it's rad grenades, -1 toughness to the squad they're in combat with, but also -1 armor value against vehicles. So we're bringing that front armor of the Contemptor down to 12 if those units get into combat with the Contemptors. Might not, but yeah, it at least gives bumps us down to toughness 3 Marines. So could be of use.
It's cool. I think it'll work really well. The synergy in the demon army and the word bearers is pretty good. So we're really excited to see that unfold. Rules for Challenge Channel can be found on the website. They are slightly out of date, and I am going to beg Boris to update them for me, because he's far better than I am. So hopefully there'll be an updated rule set on there, because they have slightly changed since the last time. Iron Hands have got a lot cheaper.
Yeah, the Zone Mortalis rules themselves have had an update from Forge Rod, I believe, since the start of the Challenge Channel. So just clarifying a few things. So yeah, it's changed a little bit.
Yeah, but essentially the winning condition of this game is at the end of the game, I think it's 6 fixed turns, a single model or a group of models, whatever, from the enemy have to be in the Iron Hands deployment zone to win the game. And that is it. That's the only victory condition of the game. So a win or loss, Iron Hands win, Word Bearers win or loss. So we'll find out.
We'll see what we can do. Yeah, we've gone pretty light on deployment from the Word Bearers side. Slightly dictated by the models we have, but we'll see what we can do.
All right, let's get into this. We'll do a quick whiz round of the board. We'll have a look at the lists, and then we'll see you in a second. Autek Moore leads this force in Zone Mortalis. He's equipped with Cataphractii pattern Terminator armor, a servo arm, Cortex controller, Paragon blade, and a Volkite charger. His warlord trait is Murderous Arsenal. The elite slot is filled by 2 Contemptor dreadnoughts. They're both equipped with Carey's pattern assault cannons, a chain fist with a built-in melter gun, and they both have extra armor. The 3 troops choices are filled with 3 15-man Medusan Immortal squad. The sergeant is equipped with artificer armor and a melter bomb. The entire squad has Volkite chargers, and 3 of the Medusan Immortals have melter guns.
Leading the Word Bearers attachment is a chaplain consul. He has been equipped with artificer armor, a refractor field, a jump pack, melter bombs, a bolt pistol, and his Crozius is a power axe. He's also been upgraded to have burning law. The chaplain is drawing his powers from biomancy. He knows the Primaris of smite and the power warp speed. Second HQ choice is an esoterist. He has been upgraded to have artifice armor, a refractor field, 2 levels of psychic mastery, melter bombs, a bolt pistol, and his force weapon is a force axe. The esoterist is drawing his powers from the demonology Malefica. He knows the Primaris power of summoning, as well as the 2 powers Cursed Earth and Infernal Gaze. First of 2 elites choices is a Tech Marine Covenant with a single Tech Marine. He is equipped with Power Axe, Artificer Armor, a Plasma Pistol, Frag and Crack Grenades, and a Servo Arm. He is accompanied by a single Servo Automata, which is armed with a Close Combat Blade and has been upgraded to have a Multi-Melter. Second elite's choice is a Legion Terminator Squad. The Sergeant has been upgraded to have a Chain Fist and has a Combi Bolter. 3 Terminators have Lightning Claws and Combi Bolters, and the final Terminator has a Chain Fist and a Reaper Autocannon. Filling out the troops choice is a single Assault Squad with 14 members. 2 have been upgraded to have Power Axes, and the Sergeant has been given a Power Fist, Artifice Armor, and Melter Bombs. Demons of the Ruinstorm HQ choice is a Ruinstorm Demon Chosen. He has taken 3 Emanations of Horror, which are Flensing Talons, Sundering Fangs, and Miasma of Rot. Single elite's choice for the demons is a Ruinstorm Demon Brute squad. They have taken Flensing Talons and Sundering Fangs as their 2 emanations. First of 2 troops choices are 15 Ruinstorm Lesser Demons. They have been upgraded to have Flensing Talons and Sundering Fangs. Second troops choice are 10 Ruinstorm Demon Beasts. They have been upgraded to have Flensing Talons and Miasma of Rot emanations. Turn 1 movement for the Word Bearers. It started really well. Every single demon unit are rolled for reserve, and all of them arrived, piling out of that warp rift in the centre of the board and clogging the corridors. In particular, the beasts have got really close to the doors of the Iron Hands, and will put some sort of threatening auras down. We're quite close to the deployment zone already. The door was opened by the single Tech Marine back in our deployment zone and his servo automata to allow the Terminator squad and the esoterist to barge through. Just left just enough room for them to squeeze around into the corridor, so maybe we'll be able to run side by side with the lesser demons. And finally, we're going to try a sneaky tactic. The assault squad have moved up with their 12-inch move, all rolled dangerous terrain due to using the jump pack. 2 failed, but both armor saves were saved, so all saved. We're going to try and push around and threaten the rear of that Iron Hand deployment zone. So really good, really aggressive already. However, we now have nothing else to do but weather the fire of the Iron Hands. Thanks to the Warlord trait of the Word Bearers were allowed to infiltrate 3 units, so chose the Terminators and the Assault Squad with their attached HQs to infiltrate into these side passages, allowing them to get right up into the action. Word Bearers turn 1 Psychic and Shooting phase. Starting with the Psychic, the Esoterrorists are the only one worth trying to cast anything on. We rolled a 6 for our Warp Charge, which is really good, but restrained ourselves, rolled 3 dice, and managed to cast Cursed Earth, which is really great. So all demons within 12 add +1 to their invulnerable saves. Other than that, we ran the beasts, 2 dice and picking the lowest because of our etheric dominion. They move 3 inches further forward and are almost already in the deployment zone of the Iron Hands. And finally, the assault marines on the left flank just move 3 inches forward, continuing their journey around the board.
Iron Hands movement phase turn 1, and those demons are scarily close to the Iron Hands lines. However, they've burst forward from their deployment zone and will engage the demonic beasts on this left-hand side here. The Contemptor just shuffling over. Autic Moore left the squad in the middle and joined the squad on the right. He will confirm Fearless onto that Immortal squad. And then finally on the right-hand flank here, we're going to get some shots down into those Terminators to try and thin those numbers. And then the Contemptor has squarely got his eye on those demons. We shall see what the shooting phase brings. Iron Hands turn 1 shooting, and the Medusant Immortals on this side will fire 20 Volkite shots into the Terminators here. They require 3s to hit. That is not a bad round of shooting. Now we are playing Cold in the Void, but it doesn't matter because they're in Terminator armour. So a reasonable spread of hits there. And we are Strength 5, Toughness 4, requiring 3s to wound. Oh, jeez, that is a shocker. 1, 2, 3, 4 fail. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds for the Terminators. Now up front, though, we've got the autocannon, followed by the Sergeant and the Issa Terrorist.
So to be slightly strange, we have the autocannons will roll 1 at a time the autocannon before getting to the Sergeant. So, out of the dice tray. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh, dead on the 6th. And then the 7th shot, we will look out Sir away from the Sergeant. 4 up, yep. So then on a regular Terminator, also fails. So 2 Terminators die, but the Sergeant does stay alive.
Awesome. There are also 3 multi-melters in the squad, so let's just go for those. 3s to hit, double 1, that's an awesome roll. 2s to wound. I've got a feeling now we're okay. Where are you going with this one?
It will be the Sergeant again, so look out Sir. Passed, so a regular Terminator, 5 up in Bun save, fail. So 1 more Terminator is dead.
Following up with the Volkites, we've got 2 Deflagrates requiring 3s. That is 2 wounds.
And 2 2-up saves. 1 more is dead.
The Sergeant did take the wound, but we're going to do a quick look out, Sir.
4 up. No, so the Sergeant is dead. That squad is now has to take a leadership check. 3d6 for True Believers, leadership 9. Yeah, 2 lowest is 5, so we are good.
Next to fire is the Carey's Patent Assault Cannon on the Contemptor. 6 shots downrange into the lesser demons. 2s to hit. Drop 1, so 5 hits. And then we are 2s to wound. The Rens don't matter. 3s to wound, excuse me. And so that's 5 wounds, which is pretty good.
All right, we've got our straight onto our invulnerable saves. It cuts through armor 4. However, the Cursed Earth gives us +1 invulnerable saves, so we're onto a 4-up invuln, and being within 6 of the Warproof marker allows us to re-roll invulnerable saves. We're doing some cheeky demon things. So let's see, 4-up invulns, 3 fail.
Oh.
However, we've got a re-roll. Only 1 more passes, and then, thanks to our emanation, we have a 5-up Feel No Pain.
Oh my word.
No. So 2 wounds do go through, and 1 demon is dead.
Next unit of mortals to fire is this on the left flank here. There are 26 Volkite shots into the beasts, and they require 3s to hit. Oh, 1 snuck out of the dice tray there. Rolled a 1. All right, so much better this side. Let's have a quick look. Dropping 2, 4, 6, so pretty reasonable. 7, excuse me. And now we are Strength 5, Toughness 6. Oof, requiring 5s. Oh, well, that is shocker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds on those beasts.
All right. So 4-up in armor saves from the beasts. 3 are saved,
Cool.
And then we have a 5-up Feel No Pain. No, so that is 2 wounds and 1 beast is dead.
There are 2 Deflagrates, so 5s to wound on those. 1 wound.
4-up armor save. No, Feel No Pain. Passed.
Hot diggity dog. And then we have 3 Melter Guns in the squad requiring 3s to hit, that is good news. 2s to wound. Oh, jeez, Louise. Double 1 there.
5 up invulnerable save.
Oh, they are tough. All right, let's go straight onto that Contemptor. He has a melter gun in his arm. 2s to hit. 2s to wound. Yes.
Invulnerable save. Passed.
Wow. Okay, all right. 2, 4, 6 dice from the Carey's Pattern Assault Cannon. Oh, God. Drop 1. We require 4s and 6s.
So 2 Rens and 1 normal. Oh, it doesn't. It's AP4 actually, so they all go through the armor. No need to differentiate. So 3 5-up invulnerable saves. Passing 2, and then a single feel no pain. No, so a single wound is dealt onto the lead beast.
Next to fire, 6 of those mortals behind the initial mortal squad can draw a line to the beasts. There are 6 Volkite shots. Let's have a little look here. Drops 2, 3, 4. Not too bad though. Requiring 5s to wound. 6s will rend. Oh God. The highest there was a 3, so that is not a good start. And we think that there needs to be a charge from the Immortals into the beasts. Iron Hands, turn 1 assault phase, and the Immortals with Autekmore have charged the beasts. They made it comfortably with a 7-inch charge, no overwatch, and they will now strike at initiative 4. 11 are eligible to attack, so it's 22 attacks, requiring 4s to hit. Ooh, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We drop 9. They are strength 4, toughness 6. Ooh, so we require 6s to wound. Come on, lucky 6. And there is 2. Not too bad.
Right, they rend as their strength 4, so straight through the armor save. Onto the 5-up invulnerable, 1 saved, and then 5-up feel no pain. No, so that is 1 wound dealt out to the squad.
1 beast killed.
Attacking back at initiative 4 are the beasts just before the 1 dies. We have 6 that are able to attack, so that is 12 attacks from the beasts. We are hitting on 4s. That is really not great. Wow. That is 4 hits. However, let's see if we can make it up. We're now wounding on 2s with Shred. So yeah, that is 4 wounds.
All right, 4 wounds. So they are pushed onto their 3-up armor save with a 5-up feel no pain. 1 fails, 5-up. Go on. Oh, that is a fail. That is a drawn combat. End of Iron Hand's turn 1. Not a bad turn. Getting rid of those Terminators was really helpful. The combat here ended reasonably well. The Iron Hands have just got to stop the demons getting into the Iron Hands deployment zone, which they are currently succeeding at. But let's see what the demons can do in their next turn.
Wordbearer's turn 2 movement. Starting with the assault squad, they've continued their push up the left flank. Dangerous terrain checks made, and we did lose 1 assault marine with a chainsword to dangerous terrain, but that's not too bad. On the other side of the board, further into the corridor, the beasts are still in combat with the immortals. The brutes behind them just shuffled up to look on forlornly at the ongoing combat. In the other corridor, a little bit of juggling. The Esoterrorist detached himself from the Terminator squad, which is now a single Terminator. The demons are treated as agents of the War Master, so they are sworn brothers of the of all traitor legions. So the word bearers are allowed to join them. Independent characters are allowed to join them. So these terrorists attached himself into that unit of lesser demons. The solo Terminator's on his own, and both squads moved up to try and get ready for a charge into that squad of Medusan Immortals. Finally, the Tech Marine opened the door just on their side of the corridor, just in case perhaps later in the game they might want to move down the corridor. Turn 2 Wordbearer's Psychic phase, we got 2 Warp Charges and decided to use the Esoterrorist. Managed to cast Cursed Earth again, which is really great, so we're buffing the invulnerable saves, all the demons around him. And then decided on a cheeky Infernal Gaze. It is a beam weapon, so we clipped 2 of our own demons, but they are sort of chaff from the warp, so we suffered a single wound on our own demons. We then hit 4 Immortals and the Contemptor. This is strength 4, but it is Armor Bane and Flesh Bane, so we can see if we can maybe do a cheeky couple of wounds. So 4 wounds, 2s to wound, 2 fail, so onto your regular armor save.
3 up armor.
3 up armor.
And then 5 up for no pain. Oh, wow. 2 immortals go down.
All right, and then the hit onto the Contemptor. So it's only strength 4, but it is armor bane. So we get 2d6 for armor penetration. We need a 9 on 2 dice to do anything. But we see if we can do anything. Oh, a 7. I saw the 6, so no wounds there or no damage there. But 2 immortals, happy with that. Wordbearer's turn to assault phase. No shooting, straight into combat. We're again playing the game. We're going to charge in with Lone Terminator on his own first to eat up the Overwatch fire from those immortals. So we have a reactionary fire test from the Iron Hands.
All right, yeah. Initiative 4, 4 under. Yes, we pass. So first of all, we're going to fire the 2 melter guns in the squad, hitting on 3s, both hit, wounding on 2s. That is 2 wounds.
We are 2 5-up invulnerable saves.
Holy hell.
We are blessed by the dark gods.
All right, so now we have 20 Volkite charger shots requiring 3s to hit. These dice are terrible. Look at those 1s and 2s. All right, not too bad. All right, 2 at the top there. And then we are strength 5, toughness 4, 3s to wound. Holy hell, 1, 2, 4 wounds.
All right, 4 2-up armor saves. See if he can stay alive. Yes, amazingly.
Hell.
So that Terminator survives to make the charge. We've measured it's a 4-inch charge. Let's see if he can make it into combat. Yeah, on a 9 easily. The demons next to him, the lesser demons with the Chosen and these terrorists, are also going to charge. It'll also be a 4-inch charge, and that is a 6. So that is both units in combat. Start of combat for turn 2. The lesser demons have piled in. We issued a challenge with the Chosen from the demons, and it was accepted by the sergeant of the Iron Hands immortals. So we only have 5 mortals that can attack due to the tight quarters. That is 10 attacks with 2 attacks each, and will strike out at initiative 4. Weapon skill 4, so hitting on 4s. That's pretty good. That's what we want to see. Only 3 misses. Now we are strength 5 because we're still in the first 2 turns, and we have shred thanks to flensing talons, I believe it is. So 3s to wound with only need 2 to shred. So that is all wounds. So it's 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds on the immortal squad. No AP, so it is your 3-up armor save.
All right, let's go for it. 3 ups. Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's failed 3. We get 5 up, feel no pain. And only 1 immortal goes down.
Next up, initiative 4 is a Lone Terminator with Lightning Claw. 2 attacks. He doesn't get +1 because of the boarding shield, prevents you having +1 attack on the charge. So 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. No hits, unfortunate. And then we may as well go straight into the challenge. It is also at initiative 4. We have the Chosen of the demons fighting the sergeant. Weapon skill 5, so 3s to hit. Oh, cock dice, we'll roll that one. No, it's a 1, so 2 hits. We are strength 6 on the first 2 turns of the game, so 2s to wound with shred. Rolled a 1, so we still need the shred. That is 2 wounds at regular AP, so 3-up armor saves.
Artificer armor for the sergeant. Oh, he does fail 1, but he has feel no pain, 5 up. Come on. Oh, luckily that was a 6. Good work. 7 attacks coming back from the immortals into the demons. 4s to hit. Not too bad actually. 5 hits. 1 lucky dice right over the end there. And then we did 5s to wound. Strength 4, toughness 5. We'll re-roll that. It's cocked. God damn it. And that is 1 wound.
That is a rending wound, however. So we're on to our invulnerable save. That is a 4-up, which is a fail. 5-up, feel no pain. Also a fail. Double 1. So 1 wound goes into the lesser demons, and that kills the demon on 1 wound.
All right, and now we go straight into the challenge. The sergeant, he has 2 attacks, hitting on 4s and wounding on 6s, I've got a feeling, and that is a wound on a 6.
So 4-up armor save from the Chosen, and that is passed.
Hot diggity.
Last to attack at initiative 1 is the Esoterrorist with his Force Axe. Haven't cast Force on it, so it's just a Power Axe. 3 attacks base, none for charging thanks to Boarding Shield. Hitting on 3s, weapon skill 5, that is 2 hits, that's good. Now, thanks to the miasma that the Chosen has, the entire squad is -1 toughness, so we are strength 5 with Power Axe, and they are effective toughness 3, so 2s to wound. 2 wounds, there we go. So that is AP 2, so it cuts through their 3-up armor save.
All right, Boarding Shields, 5 up invulnerable. Pass 1, fail 1, and now 5 up, feel no pain. Come on, give us 6. Oh, to 5. Good work.
Just going backwards slightly, the Iron Hands did pass their fear check when the demons charged in. End of the combat, it was drawn, only 1 wound apiece. Pretty ineffective, even with the amount of attacks. Due to it being the word bearer's turn, we get to pile in first. So the word bearers and the demons have spilled into the deployment zone. Only turn 2, so we've got a lot left to go, but that is promising progress.
Combat on the other side of the corridor here. The Immortals are going first as the Beasts are choosing to do a special Sunder attack at initiative 1. So we have 11 attacks, including 2 from the Sergeant, requiring 4s to hit. That is not too bad. And they are strength 4, but toughness 6 at the moment, which is pretty beasty, and requiring 6s to wound. Take that, that's 2 wounds.
2 rending hits on 6s. However, the front 2 are within the Cursed Earth aura of the Esoterist, so we are on 4 up in vulnerable saves. Both failed. Feel no pain on a 5 up, come on. Oh, double 6. There we are. Attacking back, chosen to attack with the Sundering Fangs, which doubles the strength, but you only make a single attack with each model. So we have 6 models in range, so that is 6 attacks. However, this would double out the Iron Hands, so hoping we can drop a few. Let's see what we can do. So 6 attacks, hitting on 4s. That's not great, it's not a great start. Only 2 hit. However, we are now wounding on 2s with Shred, 2 6s, so that is 2 3-up armor saves. 1 fail, and no feel no pain, as it is effectively strength 10 attack. End of Word Bearer's turn 2. The Beasts won combat by 1. However, that squad has Autek more in it, so it is fearless. So it's going on for a while longer. It is the end of our turn 2, so we only have our nice bonus of strength and toughness for 1 more turn. However, we're making good progress around the side, so hopefully we can start distracting the Iron Hands.
Iron Hands turn 2 movement, not a lot going on. The only thing the Iron Hands can do is just turn to face this double door as and when the word bearers charge through and engage them in the rear. So not much to do in this one. We're going to go straight into combat. Iron Hands turn 2 assault phase, and we'll start off with the Immortals on the right hand side in combat with the Lesser Demons, the Esoterist, and the Terminator. There is 8 Immortals eligible to attack, and we're hitting on 4s into the Lesser Demons. That is an appalling roll with 2 hits, and we are wounding on 5s. Not a sausage. Next strike at initiative 4 is the Sergeant in combat with the Chosen. He has 2 attacks. Ooh, 2 hits, nice. Wounding on 6s, not a sausage.
Fighting back at initiative 4 is the Lesser Beasts. We have 7 in range that can attack, so 14 attacks, hitting on 4s. It's not great. Maybe about average, perhaps.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Strength 5 still, so we are wounding on 3s, and we do have Shred.
Oof.
So that is 2 that failed to wound. It's 4, 5, 6 wounds onto the Immortals.
Jeez. All right, 3-up armors. 2 failed and 5 up. Feel no pain, nothing. That is 2 Immortals dead.
Next, fighting the challenge at initiative 4 as well, we have the Chosen of the Demons fighting the Sergeant of the Iron Hands. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. 1 miss, 2 hits, that's not too bad. We have strength 6, so 2s to wound with Shred. That is 2 wounds, so onto his Artificer armor.
Oh, double 1.
See if his feel no pain can keep him alive this time.
Come on.
Almost.
Pass 1, fail 1, so the Sergeant has died.
Finally, at initiative 1 is the Esoterist with his Force Axe. 3 attacks base into the Medusa and the Mortals. Hitting on 3s, only 1 hit, that's not so great. However, winning on 2s, thanks to Strength 5, Toughness 3, there's a wound, so an AP2 wound.
All right, so 5-up shield, failed, and feel no pain, also failed. That is another Immortal dead.
Striking initiative 4 is the single Terminator with a Lightning Claw. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, 2 hits, that's good. Wounding on 3s thanks to the Miasma, effectively Toughness 3. 3s to wound, so that is 2 AP3 wounds.
5-up boarding shield, 1 pass, 1 fail, feel no pain, fail. That is another Immortal down, 5 total.
End of combat at the end of round 2. The Word Bearers and Demons have triumphed by a total of 5. So the Iron Hands now need to take a morale check.
All right, so leadership 8 now, the Sergeant has died, and we are 3 or under to pass. We fail. Our leadership test our initiative plus 4 is 9.
9, okay. We have initiative 5 on the console. However, the Etheric Dominion means we roll 2d6 and pick the lowest as we are slow, as it were. So 2 dice and pick the lowest. That is a 3, so plus 5 is an 8.
All right, so the Immortals get away and they fall back 2d6. Oh, nice, which is a huge 10 inches. And on to the second combat. Let's hope the Immortals have a better result than the previous one. There are 10 attacks going back into those demonic beasts, requiring 4s to hit. That is not too... Oh, actually, it's terrible. All right, so there is 4 hits, and they are Strength 4, Toughness 5, Toughness 6, requiring 6s. That is 1.
1 wound straight onto the invulnerable, +1 thanks to Cursed Earth. That is a pass.
Yowzers.
Initiative 4 attacking back. The beasts are going to switch back to their regular attacks rather than sundering. So we have 2 attacks apiece, 6 in range, so 12 attacks, hitting on 4s. Not bad at all. They are getting better. Only 3 miss, so that's 9 hits. And then we are Strength 6 effectively, so 2s to wound. All wounds. That is 9 wounds against the Immortals. Great news.
Wow, all right, okay, so we need 3 up armors. Come on. Oh, geez. 2, 4, 5 failed. And then 5 up, feel no pain. 1. So that is 4 Immortals fall in that combat. The Immortals have lost combat, but thanks to More in the squad, he is fearless, and that unit will continue holding up the demonic horde. At the end of turn 2, that was pretty tough for the Immortals. That squad losing 5 members and falling back 10 inches. It may have helped opened up that corridor for the Contemptor to finally get in and swing that chain fist around. Other than that, More is doing a fantastic job at holding up the demonic horde at the end. And the other squad and the Contemptor are bracing themselves for the inevitable charge from the Assault Marines.
Wordbearer's turn 3, starting with the Tech Marine and his loyal servant, opened the door and moved up the corridor. His work done. Everything else is mostly stuck in combat other than the 2 big moves. The Assault Squad finally pushed their way into the rear of the compound, eyeing up either a single or a multi-charge. We do have some melter bombs, but we are fairly heavily outnumbered. And finally, the demons, lesser demons, and the Chosen moved up to bring themselves into range of that Contemptor, hoping for a charge. The Esoterrorist, his work done, detached and reformed with Terminator with the Lightning Claw. They might see if they can help out in the combat with More, or they might just stand there and be a sort of passive buff to the army. Wordbearer's turn 3 psychic phase. Finally, the warp has deserted us. We tried Cursed Earth on the Esoterrorist again, but failed finally, so no bonus to the invulnerable saves, which is quite key. The Chaplain with the Burning Law, now in the Assault Squad, tried Warp Speed on himself to gain some extra attacks, but again failed. So finally, we, in our desperation, cast Force on a single dice and succeeded. So the Esoterrorist's Force Axe at least now has instant death. Wordbearer's shooting phase, turn 3. Bolt pistols from the Assault Marines. We're going to fire into the Immortal Squad right in front of them. 10 shots, can see, hitting on 3s. Pretty, yeah, that's about right. 4 miss. And then a single shot from the Chaplain, hitting on a 2. Yep. And then Bolt pistol strength 4, thanks to the Violet armor, we're wounding on 5s. 2 wounds. Okay, not too bad.
3 up armors. 1 pass, 1 foul. 5 up, feel no pain. Oh, goddamn. 1 Immortal dies.
Wordbearer's turn 3 assault phase. The Esoterrorist and the Lone Terminator decided to join the melee on our left flank. Rolled a 5 and just got in. No Overwatch to be suffered, thankfully. Next, we have the Lesser Demons and the Chosen. They're going to try and charge the Contemptor Dreadnought right in front of them, so we have some Overwatch to suffer.
Reaction fire check. 5 or under. Passed. So we'll fire the Melter Gun first of all, which hits and does not wound. Brilliant. And then we've got 3 Carey's pattern autocannon. Assault cannon rather. 2 fail. 2s to wound. 5s are rending. 3s to wound. 5s are rending. So 3 wounds.
AP4, so it goes through the armor anyway. So onto the 5 up invulnerable save now. 2 made. That's pretty great.
Jeez.
And a feel no pain 5 up made as well. My goodness.
Wow.
That's all the Overwatch, I believe. So then straight on to the charging. 7, yeah, they're easily in. Finally, to charge, we have the Assault Squad are going to charge just the Immortals rather than the Immortals and the Contemptor. Decided against suffering 2 Overwatches, so we had to suffer some Overwatch.
All right, reactionary fire test 4 or under to pass. We need this. We do. We'll do the Volkites first, and there is 24 shots requiring 3s to hit. That was 15 hits, and now we need 3s to wound. 6s are rending. That's not too bad. So we get 2, 3 rends, and then we need 3s to wound. Let's count these dice up. So you've got 3, 6, 7 wounds and 3 rends. So let's have the wounds, please.
So 7 regular wounds. The Sergeant and the Chaplain are next as the first 3 die, or do the rends come in later, do you want?
Yeah, we'll have wounds first, then rends.
Wounds first. Okay, so we do these 3 at a time then. 3 up armor saves. Passed.
Oof.
1 dead, and then the last one saved. So that is 1 dead from the first 7 wounds. And then the 3 rends kill 2 Marines, and we are on to the
Sergeant. Next.
So we will look out, sir, I believe. 4 up. Yep. And then that just kills another Marine.
All right, then we'll go straight on to the 3 melter guns in the squad. 3s to hit. Oh, Jesus. 2s to wound. Okay, and that is straight on to the HQ. So look out, sir.
Look out, sir. 4 up. Passed. So 1 more Marine just dies.
Great stuff.
Turn 3 combat, starting with the combat between the Immortals and the Assault Squad that have charged in. Issued a challenge with the Assault Squad Sergeant, and it was accepted by the Immortal Sergeant. So starting initiative 4, we have 5 Marines with 10 attacks with chainsaws swinging into the Immortals. Hitting on 4s, and thanks to the Chaplain, we have Zealots. We get to re-roll these misses. That's pretty good. Only 1 missed overall. And then 4s to wound, no inviolate armor against melee attacks. So that is 5 wounds. That's not too bad. 3 up armor saves.
Okay, 3 up armors. Oh, jeez. Okay, 2. Feel no pain. Double 6. Come on. Oh, look at that. Absolutely fine. Striking back initiative 4, the Immortals have 12 attacks into the Wordbearers Assault Squad, requiring 4s. They have Hatred of Traitors. They get to reroll 1s, which was pretty lucky so far. Wow, look at that. Dropped 1. The strength 4, they are rending thanks to Cold and the Void. So 4s and 6s. That was pretty good. So that is 4 rends and 2, 3 more wounds. So let's have the rends first, please, Boris.
All right. 1 Marine at front just dies, and then 3 go into the Chaplain. So we'll have 3 lookout sirs because we want to avoid him dying. All passed on a 2 up, so that is 4 Marines in total die to the rending attacks, and then we have 3 more wounds. These we will take on the Chaplain, 1 at a time on a 2 up armor save. Passed, I fail, we'll carry on, passed. Okay, so he survives on 1 wound.
Next strike at initiative 4 is the Sergeant in combat with the Sergeant from the Assault Squad. He has 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, 1 miss. 4s and 6s, nothing.
Striking back at initiative 1, we have the Sergeant with the Power Fist. 2 attacks base, no bonus for charging thanks to the boarding shield. 4s to hit, Zealot, so reroll the 4. No, it's still a miss, however it is 2s to wound. That is a wound, so straight onto your boarding shield.
All right, 5 up, come on. Oh, it's a fail, so he does die, unfortunately.
Last to fight are the 2 models with initiative 1 into the Immortals Squad. See if we can even these odds. So the single Marine with the Power Axe, Assault Marine with the Power Axe, 2 attacks hitting on 4s, Zealots for a reroll, so 2 hits, and then we are 3s to wound with strength 5. Only 1 wound, unfortunate, but it is AP 2.
5 up boarding shield, feel no pain, come on, yes, love it.
And then finally the Chaplain will strike with his 3 attacks. Hitting on 3, so those all hit, that's excellent. And then wounding on 3s, we need that again. There we go, 3 wounding hits.
Whew. All right, that was with the Power Axe, wasn't it?
It was a Power Axe, yes.
5 ups, no. 5 ups again, come on. 2 wounds taken.
End of the combat between the Assault Marines and the Immortals. Not as good as we wanted. They bounced off those shields and took a lot of casualties in return. And I'm well aware we have a Contemptor looking down at us. We'll see if they can hold on for another turn and just tie up that squad and keep them away from their deployment zone.
Combat between the Contemptor, the Chosen, and the Lesser Demons. Initiative 4, the Contemptor strike first with 3 attacks requiring 3s to hit. This is good. And 2s to wound. That is a full house.
There we go. Straight onto our demon save, so 5 up invulnerable. Saved 1, but they are instant death as they are now only toughness 4, so no feel, no pain, and 2 demons die. Fighting back at initiative 1, the entire squad, including the Chosen, are choosing to use their Sundering Fangs. So this is a single strength ×2 attack with the Sunder special rule, hitting the Contemptor. The Chosen does have the emanation of Miasma of Rot, so it decreases the front armor of the Contemptor by 1. So we're down to front armor 12, which is really great for us. However, starting with the lessers, 6 attacks, we are hitting on 4s. Oh my word. No hits. Let's see if we can reroll this cock dice.
Yes.
Absolutely nothing. That is shocking. All right, it's got to rely on the Chosen. 3 attacks he's striking out, hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Oh my god. Right, it is a strength 10, as it's ×2, he's base strength 5. So 2's the glance, 3's the pen. That is a penetrating hit. You do get your invulnerable save.
6 up, fail.
And let's see what the penetrating hit is. A 3, no AP, so that is just shaken.
At the end of that round of combat, the Contemptor won by a difference of 3, but the demons passed their morale check and continued the fight.
Last combat for the Word Bearers, turn 3. We have the Beasts and the Terminator Terrorists versus the Iron Hands Immortals, holding doggedly on that side of the board. Starting with the Beast, we're going with our regular attacks rather than Sunder again. We have 12 attacks at initiative 4. 4s to hit. Oh my word. Clearly the dice have abandoned us this turn. 4 hits from 12. However, we are wounding on 2s with Shred. Yep. So that is 4 wounds at their regular armor save.
All right, 3 up armors. Come on. Yep, all pass.
Very nice. Striking at the same time, initiative 4 is the single Terminator with the Lightning Claw. He gets 3 attacks as he does get his bonus because he's charging a unit that's already engaged. Into the Immortals, hitting on 4s. This is not the turn for our combat, so those are all missed.
The Immortals will now strike into the Demonic Beast with their 11 attacks, requiring 4s to hit. That is just as bad as the Demons with only 2 hits, and they require 5s to wound. Come on. No, that is not a sausage. All right, so Autic Moore will attack back, and he has 3 attacks, and he's going to go into the Terminator and the Esoterrorist. Gets to reroll thanks to Murderous Arsenal. Doesn't work. And he's strength 5, toughness, strength 6, toughness 4, requiring 2s to wound. That is 2 AP2s. Instant death.
Onto the Terminator, so 1 at a time. 5 up armor save. In front, passed. Second, passed. He loves it.
Holy cow. There was not instant death on there. There was no 6 rolled.
End of turn 3 for Word Bearers and Demons. Really mixed turn. Completely ineffective on the combat with Autek Moore and the Terminators and the Beasts. The lesser demons have swarmed that Contemptor, but only did a single hull point, which is really unfortunate. I was hoping I could possibly crack it in one go. And the Assault Squad took a lot of casualties. They're going to try and hold fast and see what they can do, but that Contemptor coming in probably means it's the end for them. So our control is slipping, but we'll see what we can do and push further into the Iron Hands deployment.
Iron Hands turn 3 movement. Thankfully, the Immortals rallied this turn and have just moved 3 inches and are ready to pump some shots into the lesser demons should they take out the Contemptor. Then finally, the Contemptor here on the left-hand side turn to face the rear of the Assault Squad, and he will charge and hopefully finish off that squad. Iron Hands turn 3 assault phase. The Contemptor charged into the back of the Assault Squad. Hammer of Wrath was ineffective, but he will strike at initiative 4, requiring 3s to hit. 4 attacks. Oh, geez, that is appalling. 2s to wound, though. It's not too bad. Yep. And Boris, where are you going to take these wounds?
So these will go straight onto the Assault Marines. So that is 2 dead Assault Marines.
The remaining Immortals strike back at initiative 4. Let's have a look. That was not too bad. That was 12 attacks. A couple failed there. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 7 hits. And it's strength 4, toughness 4, so 4s to wound, but 6s will rend. Let's have a look. Oh, wowzers. Okay. So we've got 3 rends and 2 wounds. Boris, let's have the wounds first.
All right. We'll see if we can tank a couple on the Sergeant's Artificer armor. So 2 ups. Yep. And the second pass. So those 2 saved.
And now we've got 3 Wrens, so kill the Sergeant.
Yeah, the Sergeant dies, and then we'll see if the Chaplain can survive on a single wound with Refractor Field. 2 5-up saves. Or past 1, but he dies as well.
All right, so let's do a quick consolidate then for the Immortals. They go 4, and the Dreadnought goes 6. At the end of turn 3, the Iron Hands are slowly regaining their deployment zone. We've got a little demonic incursion here, which we need to bat off in the next couple of turns. And Autek Moore needs to pull his socks up and do a bit more of a decent job in that combat. But we are holding the demons at bay.
Wordbearer's turn 4 movement. Only things to move were the Tech Marine and his Thrall. They moved up and will happily be in a multi-melter range of the Contemptor in the Iron Hands deployment, so that's a quite nice bonus. However, that is the only thing to move. Contemplated moving the Brutes, who have been still since the beginning of the game really frustratingly. However, there's not really anywhere they can go. That Warp Rift is impassable to me and my opponent, so they effectively have to wait for the dogs to either die or succeed in their melee, and then they're allowed to do something. Other than that, everything is locked up in combat. Wordbearer's turn 4 Psychic and Shooting. Rolled a mighty 6 for our Warp charge and tried to harness the Warp. The Esoterist cast Cursed Earth, which is great news for us. We then chucked 6 dice at Summoning, attempting to bring in another unit of 10 demons. Didn't perils, but did fail to get the cast, so no reinforcements. Moving straight on to Shooting, there is a single unit to shoot. The Servo Automata is in range just of the side armour of that Contemptor Dreadnought with a multi-melter, so 24 inches. We'll see if we can hit. 4 up to hit. No, that misses. Classic multi-melter. Wordbearer's turn 4 combat phase. Starting with the Contemptor and the Lesser Demons melee, the entire squad is going to attempt Sundering blows again. So we are all striking initiative 1, so the Contemptor gets to fight first.
All right, Contemptor, 3 attacks hitting on 3s, 2 fail, bit unlucky. 2s to wound, it is instant death, but we roll a 1, so not to worry.
Striking back at initiative 1, we have 8 Lesser Demons that are able to hit the Contemptor. So 8 attacks, hitting on 4s. A bit better than last time, so 4 miss, statistically average. Like that again for our penetration rolls. We are 4s to glance and 5s to pen. So 1 glance, 1 pen. Doesn't really matter which way around you do it, as I suppose do the glance first.
All right, glance on a 6 up. Pen on a 6 up. No, he's failed. So he is wrecked.
Great result from the demons there. Secretly, it would have been quite nice to keep the Contemptor in combat 1 more turn, then it would have been our turn and now next, but we are now facing an Iron Hands gun line, but can't complain at all. We're well into their deployment zone and only have 2 more turns to survive. Next up is the ongoing combat between the Beasts and the Immortals with Autek Moore. We have 6 Beasts that can attack, so 12 attacks again. Same as before, hitting on 4s. Not great. 4, 5, 6, 8. So only hit with 4. We are strength 5 now, so wounding on 2s with Shred, as they are effectively toughness 3, but that fails. So 3 armor saves of 3 up.
All right, 3 ups, and they pass. Great stuff.
Next at initiative 4 is the Lone Terminator with a Lightning Claw. He will strike out 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. 3 and a 2, no hits.
Next strike at initiative 4 is Autek Moore. Has preferred enemy against the Wordbearer's infantry, so requires 3s to hit, rerolling 1s, not needed, and 2s to wound, rerolling 1s. That is 2 AP2 wounds on that Terminator.
Okay, so 1 at a time in case they spill over onto the Esoterist. 5 up invulnerable, passed. Wow. He's got a charmed life. 2nd, failed, so the Terminator does finally die.
The Immortals attack back into the Demonic Beasts, requiring 11 attacks, requiring 4s to hit. Much better than previous turns. We'll take that. And now 5s to wound. Rending on 6s, so we get 1 rend. And so that's a total of 5 wounds. Correction, that is 2 wounds.
So 1 rend and 1 regular armor save. Thanks to the Cursed Earth, they're both 4 ups, so we're always at the same time. Both passed.
Oh, geez. And then finally, we'll move on to Autek Moore. We did forget the servo arm the previous turn, but he will go into the Esoterist and requiring a 3 to hit. That is a fail. All right.
End of that combat. The Wordbearers and Demons did lose by 1 with the Terminator dying, so we do need a leadership check. The East Terrace is leadership 9, True Believers 3d6, pick the two lowest, that is a 4 overall, so we are happy. Next is the Demonic Beast, they lose by 1, only leadership 7, so we need a 6 on 2 dice. That is a healthy fail. So now we have the Ruinstorm Perils of the Warp table rather than a fallback. So D6, that is exactly not what we want. So that is really bad for the demons. Cross-Tide Flux, the unit is reduced to weapon skill and ballistic skill and initiative 1 until the next turn and suffers D3 automatic wounds. So let's roll that quickly. 2 wounds, so that is enough to kill an entire beast. Wordbearer's end of turn 4, really starting to struggle now. Losing the beast wasn't too bad as we have plenty more, but I have a feeling those lesser demons aren't long for this world with the amount of guns pointed at them. But we'll see if they can hold on. They are in the deployment zone. The esoterist also has his toe in the deployment zone, but it is frustrating how much of the army is just stuck watching the ongoing melee. We'll see what we can do. We have 2 more turns to survive.
Iron Hand's turn 4 movement, bit of an easy one here. The 2 Immortal squad move forward and will fire their Volkite into the demons and then a charge. And the Contemptor there will also fire and make a bit of a long charge if he needs to. Iron Hand shooting phase turn 4. First off, we'll start with the Volkite charges. There is 2, 4, 6, 8 shots into the demons requiring 3s. That is not too bad. And their strength 5, toughness 4, so 3s to wounds, 6s will rend, 1 rend, 2 wounds.
All right, we do have the Cursed Earth, which is really helpful. So that is 4 ups across the board, so 3 4-ups. 1 failed, and then a Feel No Pain failed as well, so a single wound dealt.
All right, and we have a Deflagrate, which we will knock off right now. And that is a hit. A wound, sorry.
Wound, 4-up, invuln, passed.
Oof. And then we have 2 multi-guns rather. 2 hits. 1 wound.
4-up invulnerable save, failed, and that doubles them out as they are now down to toughness 4, so no Feel No Pain.
Next to fire is the other Immortal squad. 16 shots from their Volkite charges, hitting on 3s. That is not too bad. We can't grumble at that. Drop 2 from that little number, 3. And now we are 3s and 6s. Jeez, look at that. Okay, so 5 rends, sorry, and 3 additional wounds, so 8 wounds in total.
Okay, so we are just on 4-ups, or 4-ups, doesn't really matter which way. So 4-up invuns or armor saves, not great. Only passed 3. So 5 wounds, and then Feel No Pain. Oh, not too bad. 2 more saved, so 3 wounds in total. 1.5 demons dead.
All right, so let's move straight on to the 3 melter guns in the squad. 3s, good, and 2s. This will instant kill them.
So 3 4-up invulnerable saves. Failed 3, so that's 3 more dead.
Wow. Not forgetting the Deflagrate, so 3 more wounds there. That is 3 wounds, fantastic.
All right, 3 4-up armor saves. Passed 2, failed 1. Feel No Pain. No, so 1 more goes through.
Last squad to shoot is the Contemptor with his Carey's Pattern Assault Cannon. 2s to hit. Finally a full house. 2s to wounds. Not too worried about the rending here. Oh, look at that. Complement. 6 wounds.
There we go. Go straight through their 4-up armor, but onto the 4-up invulnerable save. Not too bad. Failed 2.
Wow.
Not double out yet, so we still get our Feel No Pain. It doesn't save either one, so that is 2 more wounds. That'll be 1 dead that was already on a wound, and 1 on a wound.
All right, and then we'll go straight on to the Melter Gun. That is a hit. Wound on a 2. Lovely.
And then 4-up invulnerable save. Failed. So the one that was on 1 wound does die. 2 overall.
After that fusillade of shots there, the demons required a morale check on a 10 and unbelievably rolled a 10. Iron Hand's turn for assault phase. The Immortals are not going to charge because they are going to try and get their Overwatch on in the next turn, but the Contemptor will give it a go. It's a 9 with Fleet. Oh, look at that. They get a 10. He will barrel into those demons. We'll do his Hammer of Wrath now very quickly. Wounding on a 2. That is a wound.
Okay. 4-up armor save. Passed.
Loves it. Strike initiative 4. The Contemptor will go in with his 4 attacks, requiring 3s. Come on, full house here. Not too bad. Dropped 1 and 2s. Oh, jeez. That is 2 wounds at strength 10. Boris, what are we doing?
All right. So 1 before we get on to the HQ. So a single 4-up invulnerable save. passed, and then
Wow.
the second one failed. So that squishes one lesser demon. Striking back at initiative 1, we have 3 lesser demons and the Chosen. Desperate, we can see if we could possibly bring down the Walker. From the lessers first, 3 attacks, hitting on 4s. Not bad, 2 hits, and then thanks to the Miasma Rot from the Chosen, down to front armor 12. So strength 8, we need 4s to glance, 5s to pen. 1 glancing hit, that's not too bad. 6 up.
6 up. Ooh,
Okay.
so that's a whole point.
Whole point, and then we have 3 attacks from the Chosen. This is hitting on 4s again. Well, only 1 hit, that's
Ooh.
unfortunate. He is still strength 5 for this assault phase, so he is doubled strength 10, so we need 2 to glance. Oh, that's over there. That is a force, that is a penetrating hit.
All right, 6 up. Come on. Oh, boom, there she blows. The demons do lose combat by a difference of 1, so they will need to take their test.
Yeah,
Morale test.
So leadership 10 down to leadership 9. Saw the 6, was worried, but we get good on a 7.
Combat on the other side here with the Esoterrorist, All-Take-More, the Immortals, and the Demonic Beasts. All-Take-More swings his Paragon Blade at initiative 4 at the Esoterrorist, who issued a challenge, and we go hitting on 3s. So 2 hits, not too bad. And then we are 2s to wounds. Look at that, double 6. It is instant death. Twice, let's have a look.
Hey, we need a double 5-up refractor field save here. No, didn't make either, so he is cut down before he gets a strike back.
Next strike at initiative 4 are the Immortals into the Demonic Beasts. 11 attacks, requiring 4s to hit. That is a cocked dice, unfortunately. Sorry, 3s to hit because they're at weapon skill 1 due to their demonic test was failed. That's not too bad. So 2, 4, 6, 8 hits. And we are strength 4, toughness 5 is 5s. Come on. That's not bad. 3 wounds on those demonic beasts.
All right, 3 4-up saves. 1 failed, and then we get a feel no pain. Failed. So a single wound dealt out. Striking back in initiative 1, we have 12 attacks from the beasts striking into the squad. See what we can do. Hitting on 5s due to our weapon skill 1. 4 hits, I'll take it, that's not too bad. We're strength 5, they're effective toughness 3, so we still are wounding on 2s, which is quite nice. That is 4 wounds.
Wow, that's good. 3 ups, fail 2, 5 ups, and 2 mortals are dead.
End of the combat, the beasts do lose combat by 1, 3 wounds to 2, so we are leadership 7 base, we need a 6 or under. We're good for this turn.
Wow.
Okay, that's quite good. Turn 5, Word Bearer's movement and shooting and psychic. There's not a lot to do. The Tech Marine and his Servitor just moved up 6. The Brutes moved up just behind the dogs, but they don't look like they're getting into combat anytime soon. And everything else is in combat, so we're straight into the assault phase. Turn 5, Word Bearer's assault phase. The lesser demons and the Chosen are going to strike at the Contemptor, but with their sundering fangs, it is initiative 1. So starting with the Contemptor at initiative 4.
All right, 3 attacks, 3s to hit. That is appalling. And 2s to wound. Yes.
5 up invulnerable now. Fails. So that is 1 demon dead. Striking back at initiative 1, things are looking tough for the demons now. The warp is leaving us, so the entire army is now down to -1 strength and -1 toughness. So the lesser demons are now strength 3. Double to strength 6 means they need a 6 to glance that front armor with the -1. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. 1 hit, and we need a 6 again to glance the front armor. No hits. The Chosen is a little stronger, so he has 3 attacks, hitting on 4s, only 1 hit, and then 4s to glance, 5s to pen. No, it is sundering, however, so we do get to reroll. That is a penetrating hit.
Ooh, all right, 6 up, come on. No. What happens?
On the penetrating table, a 4. I believe you have extra armor.
It's a stunned, goes down to a shaken. 1 whole point remaining.
Next is the combat between the beasts and the immortals with All-Take-More. 6 beasts are in range to attack, and they will use their regular attacks. They're initiative 4, now no longer being debuffed. So we have 12 attacks hitting on 4. Really not great again. They're really not pulling their weight, these dogs. Only 4 hits. We are, however, we're -1 strength, so we're strength 4. However, the Miasma Rot does make the immortal strength toughness 3, so we're still wounding on 3s with shred. So that is 4 wounds.
All right, so 3 up armors. 3 fail and 5 up feel no pain. Wow, that is 3 Immortals dead, but they will get to strike back before they die. The Immortals get to strike back at initiative 4 with 9 attacks, requiring 4s to hit. That was pretty terrible, with only 3 hitting, 4s to wound, 1 wound.
We have a 4-up armor save, passed.
Oof. Autek Moore comes into the fray, Paragon Blade in hand, requiring 3s to hit, rerolling 1s, that is a cock dice. Hits, 2s to wound. That is 1 instant death and 1 wound.
Okay, which one would you like me to take first?
Instant death.
Okay, 5-up invulnerable save, failed. So
Yes.
that dies. The beast at the front with 1 wound dies, and then the regular wound, 5-up invulnerable, failed, and feel no pain, failed. So that is 1 wound onto the next beast.
And then finally, the servo arm comes in again. 3s to hit. Hits. Strength 8. 2s to wound. That is a wound.
Strength 8, toughness 4, so doubling out, but see if the invuln can hold it. No, so that is another dog dead.
Fantastic.
End of turn 5, that draw possibly kept us in the fight. The beasts are going to try and just continue pushing that squad backwards. It's not looking great across the rest of the board, but if we can get a single model across the line, we might still be in with a chance of winning.
Iron Hands, turn 5, will do the movement, shooting, and assault all in one go. The only thing that could move was the Immortal Squad on the right-hand side. They moved up to engage the lesser demons, and then they charged and were successful. We'll now go on to combat. First to fight is Contemptor with his Chain Fist. He has 3 attacks, requiring 3s to hit. 2 hits. 2s to wound. That is 2 wounds.
All right. First up is the lesser demon, so we'll take it on his 5-up invulnerable. Fail, and then we'll look out, sir, from the chosen. 2-up, passed. So on to the other lesser demon. 5-up invulnerable, fail. So both lesser demons are dead.
Next strike is the freshly arrived Immortals there. 3 are in range to attack, so 6 attacks, and requiring 4s to hit. That is only 2, unfortunately. And we require 3s to wound. That is 2 wounds. 1 is a rend.
Okay. Doesn't really matter which way around I take these. The regular armor save of 4-up, fail. Feel no pain, fail. So he takes a wound, and then the rend goes on to the invulnerable save. 5-up, fail. Feel no pain, pass. So he only takes 1 wound, thankfully. Striking back in initiative 1, the chosen desperately standing his ground. He's going to put his thundering attacks into the Contemptor to see if he can finish it off. 3 attacks hitting on 4s. Only 1 hit. It might be enough. 4s to glance, 5s to pen. That is a penetrating hit. 6-up invulnerable in combat.
Come on, lucky 6. Oh, okay. And he is wrecked.
He's wrecked. He can't explode it.
At the end of that combat there, the Iron Hands did win by a difference of 4, and so the demons will need to take a test.
So the chosen is a leadership 10, so he is 6 and under. Failed by 1. So we have our Ruinstorm Perils of the Warp. Really don't want a 1 or a 2 to 5, really, but let's see what we get. 2, it's not as bad. So D3 automatic wounds with no saves allowed.
How many wounds has he got left?
He's got 2 left,
Okay.
so we need a 1 or a 2 to stay in the game here. Oh no, suffers 2 wounds to the perils, and he is dead.
Holy hell. All right, and the Iron Hands will consolidate 4 inches. Let's make this the last combat of the game. So Autek Moore will swing in with his Paragon Blade. 3 attacks requiring 3s. That is 2 hits. 2s to wound, 6s are instant death. We get an instant death. Let's take the wound first.
Regular wound first. 5-up invulnerable save. Fail. We do get a feel no pain against it. Passed. Okay, so that's saved. And then against the instant death wound. 5-up. Passed.
Oh, well done. The Immortals will attack back with 6 attacks requiring 3s to hit. Sorry, excuse me, 4s to hit. That's 3 4s and 4s to wound. 6s are rending, but it doesn't matter too much.
No, it goes through the 4-up armor, so a 5-up invulnerable save. Passed.
Wow.
Fighting back at initiative 4 as well, we have 5 beasts now, so only 10 attacks, hitting on 4s. Still not great. Well, actually, that's about half. That's not too bad. They are strength 4, but effective toughness 3, so wounding on 3s with shred. This is good. Okay, so that is 6 wounds. That's what we want.
Wow. All right, so 3-up armor saves for the Immortals. 3 fail. It's looking pretty good for the demons. 5-up. Okay, so 2 Immortals fall. And then we'll go straight onto initiative 1. We'll take more on his servo arm. 3s. Always. Oh, gets to reroll 1s. Oh, not good. At the end of that round, the Iron Hands did lose the combat, but Autekmore is fearless, and that is what's keeping this flank strong. The Immortals are in a good position, but we'll see what the Demons have got in their final turn.
Turn 6, Word Bearers, and we're straight into assault. There wasn't much to do other than a little bit of shuffling from the Brutes and the Tech Marine, but they aren't. They're just going to end up watching the everlasting combat. Straight into the assault phase, the Beasts will strike at initiative 4 with their regular attacks. So 10 attacks, hitting on 4s. Middling, not great. Only 3 hits. That's really not good. However, wounding on 3s with Shred. Nope, so only 2 wounds this time.
3 up armors, and both have been passed.
Yeah.
The Immortals strike back with 4 attacks, requiring 4s. That's 1 hit and a wound.
4 up armor save against the Immortals, and that is saved.
Good stuff. Autekmore, 3 attacks. Oh, yep, 2 hits. And that is 2 wounds, AP2.
2 wounds, AP2, so straight on to the 5 up invulnerable saves. We'll reroll that one, unfortunately. No, so those both fail. They aren't instant deaths. We do get the feel no pain. No, so that is 1 beast dragged down.
All right, and now we'll go on to the servo arm. 3s to hit. Come on. Oh, that is good. Yeah, and that's a wound. We'll take that.
A wound, 5 up invulnerable. No, that is 1 more beast dragged down.
Wowzers. The Iron Hands have won that combat, and we needed a morale check from the Demons.
They lost by a value of 4, so we need a 3 or under on 2 dice. No,
Whew.
So they fail. We go straight onto the perils of the warp table. D6. Oh, reroll it. A 6. Wow, that is actually good for the Demons. That's a good result. They increase their weapon skill, ballistic skill, and initiative by 1 until the end of my next turn. Not bad. It'll only count for 1 turn of combat, but they'll be a little more dangerous.
Iron Hands' 6th and final turn. It has been left to Autekmore to hold the line against this tide of demons, and we go straight into the assault phase with no moving or shooting, and the demons have the initiative.
So thanks to their Warp Bloom, they are +1 initiative, striking initiative 5. We're going to go in with their regular attacks. Hitting on 3s now, 6 attacks, 4 hits, not bad, and then wounding on 3s with Shred. 3 wounds with Shred, 4 wounds. Okay, that's not bad.
That's really good. All right, so we'll go with the 2 Marines. We've got an Artificer Sergeant in there first, so 3 ups, passed, and they pass as well. Good stuff. And then we'll go with the 5 attacks from the Immortals, hitting on 4. Keep getting that wrong. So 2 hits and 4s to wound. No, 4s to wound. And that is nothing. All right, so now we'll go straight on to Autekmore, 3 attacks. Oh, hot diggity, 2 hits. That is 2 wounds, AP2.
No instant death, so we'll just take these 2 invulnerable saves, 5 ups, both fail. Feel no pain, let's keep us in the game. We save 1, so 1 beast does suffer a wound.
All right, and then finally the servo arm for the last attack of the game. Hits, unbelievably, and wounds on a 6.
Double 6, okay. 5 up, let's go. No, that fails, so the wounded beast is dragged down.
All right, so again, the Immortals win by a difference of 2. So we have a leadership test of
5 or under. Leadership 7 base. Here we go. Oh, they're scattered over, but that was a 4 and a 3, so that is a 7. They fail.
Oof.
Final time. Perils of the warp for the Ruin Storm Demons. D6, a 3, so that is effectively just D3 wounds to them. 2 wounds, so that is 1 more beast dies.
That is it. The Iron Hands have staved off this attack from the demons. Autekmore has taken down a few more of those demonic beasts to deny them of their objective. We'll come back to you in a second. Bye. There we go. We find out what happens when the demons challenge the channel. And I'll be honest, it didn't go the way I thought it was going to go.
I think in your own words, you're a butcher.
Hey, you're a butcher. Oh man, I thought the demons were going to sweep aside the Immortals, but do you know what? that the Brute Squad being held up, I think, was a massive saving for the Immortals.
I think so. About turn 3 or 4, just realising they're just never going to do anything. I can't quite remember. They're about 200 points. They're quite nasty. They have 3 attacks base, strength 6, toughness 6. Would have made some good progress. So it's tough. I guess the board layout. It's Zone Mortalis in general, but this board layout in particular. The Warp Rift actually held me up because it's impassable terrain, so I couldn't flank round. That Brute Squad and Tech Marine could have possibly gone round and attacked the other side or joined in the combat, but they were just stuck watching effectively.
Yeah, I mean, I think that game, the man of the match has to be Ortec Moore, because he just held up that entire flank, and because he was so far at the back, he kind of he was almost like at the back just shouting people on, and then he got an opportunity to swing his axe, and he did all right in the end, but... yeah, I mean, he's a bit of I think it's the Fearless that makes him good. Fearless
is great, especially... Normally it's great because it holds you in combat, but because you didn't have to take fear checks every round of combat, however many rounds that endless round of combat went on, you probably would have failed 1 or 2, and that would have been a bonus. So yeah, anything with Fearless is just brilliant. I think also the Assault Squad underperformed. I felt quite pleased with my sneaky little sort of run around. But just they got to take that reaction fire, and then they just got whittled down really fast. It's how it goes. But the Demons held on. They actually made it into the deployment zone by turn 2 or 3 or something.
Turn 1.
Turn 1 was it? They made it in, and it was so. I was quite pleased with the fact that we made it. We just didn't stick around.
Yeah.
But I think that's Demons overall between our last game and our other kind of experiments with them. That's what they do. They turn 1 and 2, they are terrifying, and then by turn 5, 6, which is when it counts in this objective game, effectively, they just suddenly start crumbling.
Yeah, it was pretty tough. I did really enjoy it though. We had a great time playing this. It was just so up and down, and the combats were a bit of a grind, but I think it was quite fun. Really,
it was really fun. I quite pleased I managed to take out both Contemptors. That was a small moral victory. The whole squad with Sundering was pretty great. So a moral victory for myself, or at least a small moral victory, technical victory for the Iron Hands. They're very tough, but it's obviously challenged the channel.
Amen. I don't want people to feel a bit hard done by saying, you stacked this in Iron Hand's favour and stuff. It is slightly because of the deployment, but it's the power of the Immortal unit, because they can pump out a ton of shots, 3 special weapons. They've got a couple of saves in there most of the time, and they really are tanks of units. And you can see why they're really good in Zone Mortalis. The other thing as well, which just in case people don't know, is Cold in the Void, Poison Air, rending, anything 4 up gets rending. But because they're void hardened armor, the Iron Hands didn't suffer any of those effects.
Yeah, you had a 2 up or hardened armor or vehicles, so there were no didn't affect you at all. Whereas it did affect the Demons.
Yeah.
So sort of always struggling against that sort of rending attacks, but it did quite well. It's quite fun messing around with some. Psychers, going back to my roots as a Thousand Suns player. It's good fun to throw around some Psychers, and Cursed Earth on Demons is
works really well.
Works very well.
And the emanations you chose as well, the Rot Miasma worked really well.
Yeah, the -1, just constantly bringing you down to -1 toughness, and then -1 on the armor save. It's almost like a rad grenade. It works against vehicles. Is amazing because it allows those strength 8s to suddenly be really dangerous. I can see the joy of the Demon armies. Just like every time you play, you can almost have an entirely new army, which is just super fun.
Yeah, it's very cool. All right, well, that's it for us. I really hope you enjoyed this challenge channel. It's so cool to bring it back, and we will bring you another one hopefully very soon. I've been really lucky enough to borrow a Death Guard army, so we'll probably do a Death Guard challenge channel. There's loads of Terminators in that army as well, which would be really cool. With the old Grave Wardens with the double shot grenades will be fantastic. So Boris, thank you so much for today's game.
Always a pleasure.
Where can we find you on Instagram if you want to follow you?
Pack_paints.
Fantastic. And the channel is at the 30k channel. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.